All right, now it is Thursday, March 26th, and most of the way through doing like the first real like yard work session here. This is the cover crop patch, so I pulled all of the plants that were still growing up and out of the soil and kind of tried to like, again, impossible to do this with one hand, like break up the stalks and spread it around. And I went through and got any obvious weeds out of here, and let's see if I can find some. Earlier when I was scrabbling around, guess who's back, baby? Earthworms. So just from, I don't remember where, and I pulled up that landscape fabric and put the cover crop down sometime last summer. Just in that short period of time, like this soil went from total clay, horrendous, impossible to grow, smelled like anaerobic fermentation, to there's earthworms in it now, which is, I am just chuffed about that. All right, so this is gonna get same treatment as this. We got some mulch delivered, so that'll march along here. I am gonna channel some no-dig gardening here and just cover this up and let it decompose and don't worry about it anymore. All right, evening of Tuesday, March 31st, and just gonna do a quick update. So after a couple good work days out here, I got all of this weeded and then mulched. There's some barrier up here because Bonnie just cannot stop eating mulch and is making her stomach upset. Yeah, so mulch really sharpens the place up a bit. Got this mulch too. It's the big chest with all the tools in it. Yeah, so things are looking good here. We'll get carrots planted in this bed soon. This blueberry, it's very Charlie Brown blueberry. This is, do that scratch test. I can see it. Let me see if I can get the camera to see it. Wow, this is, Ken Burns better watch it with this footage here. See how that's green underneath? So this plant's alive. Great. I was not able to do that trick with the grape, so that might be it for the grape. This is that the Jan Bush cherry. So it has these adorable little blossoms on it. And yeah, Matt informed me that that's actually very likely an ornamental plant rather than something we can eat. So yeah, we'll just enjoy the aesthetics rather than have cherries from it. And just so thrilled with how this turned out. Haven't decided yet what'll go in here for this year. Okay, here's the mulch pile, which we had delivered a week ago tomorrow. This morning we came out and there was one little bunny, a baby bunny, who had the mom gave birth to it out here. 2 days ago, this kind of nest material was in the mulch pile, and I thought, and nothing else was, and I thought that's weird and a bad spot. So I picked that up and like put it aside, and then kept doing the mulch. And then yesterday was just a little baby bunny just literally laying in mulch with nothing around it. So I used the same work gloves that I did when I originally moved the nest material to put the nest material back onto the bun. But there it is, a little fella. He was rolling around this morning and it was clear, okay, it's a little fella, all right. So the nest material looks different than when we left it this morning, so that means Mom came back and tucked him in. This is a like a balance board that we were set to donate, and it was just in the garage, and that is a perfect thing to protect the baby just in case, because I don't want, this mulch is kind of precarious. I do not want that to cave in on the baby. So here's the bunny. It's Friday. I think, what does that make this? The bunny's 4 days old?
Yeah, I think. When did
3 or 4 days old?
When did we find it?
There's a bunny bun. Is there more than one in there? Oh my gosh, there's more than one. I think maybe there's 3. All right, we're gonna let them alone, okay? All right, so here's our tomatoes and our peppers. The tomatoes are ready to be potted up. So how that goes is I kind of count up how many sprouts are in each pot, and they'll be going into these 4x4 trays, and then I make a little map. So that's the black strawberry pot, and there's only one plant, so that only takes up one little spot. And these are labeled like tray 1, and then there's an orientation to it so I don't get it all turned around. So this is not that exciting because there's only one in here. Just kind of knock the soil out, tease the root system away, and then in your pre-moistened potting soil, make a little divot. You can go down all the way to the bottom because we actually want to bury as much of the stem as we can, because tomatoes have that neat property where the part of their stem that's in contact with the soil will actually produce more roots, so you get a more vigorous plant. All right, so that's all the way at the bottom, and then I'll just top up the rest of the little pot with the leftover potting mix. Okay, so all right, let's do one more. These are blushing stars. Again, easy to count. There's only 3. You don't have to be terribly, I mean, they're seedlings, but you don't have to be super duper gentle with them. Especially out of the varieties we're growing this year, like black strawberry and Sartrelois are the biggest divas. So as long as you're not repotting those, you're good. All right, so deep holes all the way to the bottom. Set all the way to the bottom. Go.
I think it stopped raining.
Yeah, I think it did stop raining. Just drizzle.
Maybe now it's raining again.
Ah, it's wind.
Oh.
Again, you can just reuse the potting soil that came out of the pots you just emptied to bring up the level of each thing. So then you just keep doing this until you're done with all the tomatoes.